Well, it looks like Marvel is continuing down the path that they've been going for out of the entire Phase 4. They just can't seem to figure out what the big issues are and why they are currently failing. Even after Bob Iger recently came out and said, "Here at Disney, we're now going to be focusing on quality over quantity." And then I see something like this: Marvel Studios signs new deal with Avengers 6 writer. So who is that? That's Michael Waldron, the famous Rick and Morty writer that Marvel seem to think they're the people from Rick and Morty are the best for the job. I don't know why, because project after project they have proven that they are not up for the task. Michael Waldron wrote the first season of Loki. Absolutely terrible. I'm currently watching it at the moment, so I'll probably have reviews out for that at some point. So that's his first project he done at Marvel. Absolutely atrocious. Then he gets given Multiverse of Madness. I don't know why. We've seen that movie and how bad that is. Not only the worst Marvel movie, but one of the worst movies ever written. That's how bad that film is. And now they've even given him the as it says here, Avengers 6. And it seems like even after that, they are keeping him on. When it's like, this guy does not know what he's doing. So I don't know. It's just hilarious to me that, you have Bob Iger saying, "Oh, we are focusing on quality," although that doesn't mean anything on its own. And then they go, "Oh, let's get the guy that wrote Loki and Multiverse of Madness, the guy that wrote Quantumania, let's have him write Avengers 5 or 6 or whatever it is." And you're just like, why are you hiring these people? Because to be honest, I think the only reason they are hiring Rick and Morty writers is just based on, oh, well, Rick and Morty does multiverse stuff. But yeah, that's a 20-minute sitcom. It's not the same as being able to have the ability to write a movie. But that's just what they want to do. So let's see what this whole deal entails. It has been revealed that Avengers Secret Wars writer Michael Waldron signed a new deal to continue his work with Marvel Studios. So it's that right there is the reason why it's not going to change. They're just going to keep going and going, and it's not going to be very long till they'll be gone. Maybe they exist in some aspect, but what they used to be, that's not happening. But Waldron has writing credits on 2021 Disney Plus series Loki. I don't believe he's writing the second season. Do you know who they've got to write the second season? Another Rick and Morty writer. So you see why exactly are you hiring Rick and Morty writers? I think it's just, they multiverse. That's it. But Loki, which I'm now 3 episodes through, is terrible. Absolutely terrible. And then you have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, one of the worst movies ever written. The amount of money pumped into that movie is insane. And it's just absolutely atrocious. And he is currently penning the script for the Multiverse saga ending Avengers 6. Good idea. Waldron has been clear that he loves working with Marvel Studios, previously teasing that he'd love to stay in that world for as long as he can. And it seems like Marvel can't take the hint that you're shit. He was even set to help Kevin Feige with his Star Wars film before that project was recently axed by Lucasfilm. Get a lot of joy out of that. That's very funny to me. So to say Disney has taken a liking to the screenwriter would be a bit of an understatement. I'm pretty sure it's just he does what he's told. He doesn't, push back on what Kevin Feige tells him to do. I think that's definitely part of it. They just do as they're told. They don't step out of line. They don't bring their own ideas. They have to work within the confines of what, the higher ups at Marvel want. That's kind of Michael Waldron's role at Marvel. But in a new report from Deadline, it was revealed that Michael Waldron renewed his overall deal with Disney and Marvel Studios. Again, how do you think that's going to play out? from what we've seen from the guy now. You've now had 2 opportunities. You've had Loki, and you've had Multiverse of Madness. That's 2 opportunities, and 2 opportunities you have failed. I'm willing to bet it's going to be a 3rd failure with Avengers 6, and going on from there, going to be the same thing. It's not going to change, because these people don't want to. They don't want to improve. It's just like, that'll do, and that's pretty much all you're getting out of them. This comes on the back of Waldron launching his own TV and film production company. You know, that's probably one of those things where you should think about it first. I mean, with your talent, I'm just being real. You know, that's just what it is. But let's actually get into the future at Marvel Studios. In a fairly short amount of time, Michael Waldron has made quite an impression on Marvel Studios and Disney at large. I don't know how, unless it's just he does what he's told. I can't see any other reason for why he could have made an impression on Marvel and Disney. Otherwise, why would the studio be so eager to sign him to an extended agreement? I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with that they're fucking stupid. As a lot of these companies are. Very stupid. They can't seem to grasp the people they're hiring are not fit for the role. These are not people that are ready for, you know, for these $1 million movies. Especially with how we've seen them play out. With Quantumania being a recent example. An absolute flop. A flop. So, but you're still like, I know this guy's going to write Avengers 7. Good idea. For those who have been skeptical about Waldron's work at Marvel, there's nothing skeptical about it. We've seen the results that he produces. So there's no skeptical. I'm not skeptical of Waldron. I'm adamant that he's fucking shite because I've seen his work. Especially since the middle reactions to Multiverse of Madness. I mean, the direct can say middle. It's not middle reactions. It's a terrible film. This move should be taken as a vote of confidence for the writer. While the Doctor Strange sequel did not light the world on fire, it was one of the biggest movies of last year and one of the worst movies ever. The studio must have seen something from his ongoing work on the Avengers Secret Wars script that really impressed them. Plus, given his success crafting one of the more beloved MCU Disney Plus series in Loki, I mean beloved by people that don't pay attention, one can see why Marvel Studios would want to continue to be in business with Michael Waldron. Where he goes after Secret Wars remains a mystery, but given the studio's enthusiasm for the screenwriter, it would not be all that surprising to see him take on another massive MCU name, like the X-Men. You're going to give that guy the X-Men. I'm telling you, by that point, Marvel they won't even be, in conversation. They're really, something's going to come along and knock it aside. And at this point, I really can't wait for it because I'm tired of this shit. I'm really just at that point with it. Especially when you just see them constantly hiring these absolute hacks that is obvious to most of us are not fit for the role. So it's like, at the end of the day, all you can do is just say, listen, you do you. It's not going to last. Not going to last. I know Kevin Feige wants to make another 80 plus years of Marvel movies. Probably not going to work out if this is still where you're going with it. But that's Marvel these days. They can't grasp where they're going wrong. They just can't see it. They are not able to see it. They don't want to see it. They'd rather just come out and say, nah, you're all just wrong. You're all just wrong. Our decisions couldn't possibly be flawed. When it's obvious. We're seeing the results. We're seeing these movies continue to flop. We've got Guardians of the Galaxy next. Then we got the Marvels. Then we got I don't even know after that. Because everything is being pushed back. Everything is delayed. It's not going to be very long till we start hearing about cancellations of TV shows, of movies. It's not going to be long till we see that. That would be my guess. But, you know, again, go ahead. Keep hiring these fucking idiots.